Negative Andy, how are we feeling?
Like any other fan, I guess. Watching that at Dross. I mean, we're getting pity off the pundits now, to be honest. Saying that they'd rather we played like that, and it was enjoyable. I mean, if that's giving it a go, then I didn't see the Bruce interview, but I'm guessing it was he's blaming the fans, was he, for playing that superb brand of expansive football we saw tonight.
Gives them an excuse to revert back to the 5 on Saturday, doesn't it?
Well, it does. I mean, he'll be ruining that 0-0 in the cup, won't he, after 90 minutes? But it was dreadful. Like, I mean, I think that there's two schools of thought, and people are saying that Ashley's the problem. I mean, it comes full circle every time, doesn't it? It's he's the root of all evil. Doesn't matter who we get in, yada yada yada. But that's bollocks, isn't it? If you're doing a shit job, you need to be punished for it. It's dismal, and it's only going in one direction. If Bruce stays, then it's gone. You get a new manager in, hope that you get a honeymoon period, get a couple of lucky wins, or, I mean, to be fair, for how bad Bruce is, he was sold down the river the day by the players as well. I mean, the effort was shocking, really, wasn't it?
Does that point to him losing the dressing room?
Just ambling around the pitch.
Does that point to Brucey losing the dressing room and the players not playing for him?
The last two he hadn't lost the dressing room a few weeks ago when we're still dreadful to watch, but there was a lot more endeavour there. But the last two performances where they're strolling around the pitch, you can't blame Bruce for that. I mean, you can in terms of the motivation, but the players have got to take responsibility as well. And that was, a lot of them weren't fit to wear the shirt tonight in terms of the effort. And that's the last thing you want to see. If you hit your boss, you have professional pride, surely, whether they don't want to play from, they think it's terrible football, whatever, that you kind of just amble around the pitch. When people do the average stats, when you watch like Villa and Leeds in particular, and you see that distance they cover, we would have covered half of that tonight if we were lucky. It was a shocker. I mean, I've seen sort of cows graze on a field that do more work than some of them tonight. I mean, Shelby, and I'm expecting to walk past Lee's Park tomorrow when I pop down from your shopping and see the likes of Joe Linton and Shelby and that grazing in that field, and taking big shits. I mean, to be honest, I could just imagine, like, so I'll go and feed them some carrots. I've got some carrots in my fridge. I'll go and feed Shelby a carrot, and Joe Linton, will sort of hide him a sugar lump or whatever. They're fucking disgraceful. They're absolutely terrible. And I'd take more pleasure going to Lee's Park and feeding the ducks and feeding the cows and just having a bit sort of just mingle with them. If I saw them bastards on the street, I wouldn't give them the time of day. Fuck all the days where Toon fans are going to want selfies off them useless cunts, like, I tell you. Fucking disgraceful. And coronavirus or not, I wouldn't want to go nearer than 2 meters to them bastards. I don't think they got within 2 meters of the Arsenal attackers the day, if I'm honest. I mean, bloody hell, I mean, they're struggling for goals. The home form's dubious. Bang Yang's, scored the odd penalty this season, hasn't looked like hitting a barn door. Fucking hell, I mean, it's just like the easiest game you'll ever play playing against Newcastle.
It really is. It really is.
If you're in the camp that, Ashley's the root of all evil, he is the root of all evil, obviously. Richard Masters as well. So we're out, didn't he? But Bruce has got to go. Like, I mean, there's make no bones about it. We're going down with them in charge. We might go down if we get rid of them, but you've got to take the chance now and do it now while we still can. Don't do what McLaren, giving them until like late March when it's too late. It's not too late now because we're ahead of the game at the moment, but we're sinking faster than the Titanic, aren't we? So, I can't see that team staying up if he stays until the end of the season. Like,
I agree, mate. I agree.
But
right, well, try and enjoy the rest of the week, and then we'll see you on Saturday night.
Yeah, I'll be looking out for Joe Linton tomorrow in the field anyway, haven't Shelby? So
he'll show. Just take a 9-9 to his face.
That's it. Well, he wouldn't be able to get out of the way, would he?
No.
Not the real athlete in the bastard, anyway. Anyway, on that bombshell. See you next
Sure,
week.
mate.
See you
Take
later.
care.